If there's one thing that really gets me going, it is the corporatization and concentration of mainstream media. Here, let me explain. A study conducted by the Canadian Media Concentration Research Project showed that in 2015, four giant vertically integrated TMI conglomerates, Bell, Rogers, Shaw, and QMI, accounted for 55.7% of all revenue across the whole of the network media economy. That means that over half of all media in Canada is controlled by the same grouping of people. This is a huge percentage when compared to other wealthy countries. In fact, a study conducted by the International Media Concentration Research Project in 2013 showed that Canada had the highest levels of vertical integration and cross-media ownership out of the 28 countries studied. When you add another Canadian media giant like TELUS to the mix, the market share of the top 5 Canadian telecom, internet, and media companies swells to 72.1%. 72.1%. That means that over 70% of the news you hear, watch, or read is ultimately coming from one of 5 very biased opinions. So, why is this a problem? Concentration of the media is a problem because it allows the dominant players in the field to exercise their power over the market, grow their influence, stifle innovation, influence prices, and work against market forces. This problem is especially prominent here in Canada, where all of the biggest TV services, except the CBC, are owned by telecom operators. This puts a lot of influence and power into the hands of media corporations whose main goal is to not report the news, but to earn advertisement revenue. Media also takes part in controlling the economic, social, and political policies within a society. As shown by Herman and Chomsky in their book Manufacturing Consent, the public allows these policies to pass because of the influence of propaganda posted by the media. So, how do we fix this issue? The obvious solution to this problem is to simply limit the percentage of media concentration and vertical mergers. This would allow for smaller independent news outlets to gain more attention and reduce the influence and power that the current media giants possess. Another tactic is to make information about media concentration and corporatization more accessible. If more people knew where their information was coming from, they might be warier of its validity. Another strategy is to explore new funding options for media. Instead of relying on advertisement revenues, we should explore new ways of making capital. In Britain, the BBC is funded by an annual television license fee that is charged to all British households, companies, and organizations. This results in a relatively unbiased news network. The issue of corporatization and concentration in mainstream media does not come with an easy fix, but with enough public support we can make a change.